when they are on meth, a lot of paranoia will occur because they're up for so many hours and they haven't slept. They're sleep deprived. Hello, I'm PEJ. I'm the addiction interventionist. I help people with drug addiction, with alcoholism, and with mental health, hopefully get on a better path and change their lives completely. Today we're going to talk about methamphetamine and the evil that revolves around it and lurks around it. And circles around it. What kind of evil actions happen? Why people get into methamphetamine and how they behave, and all of the negativity that comes with it. So meth obviously was really big in the biker communities. There was a lot of people that were distributing it many, many years ago. Its origination comes from far before that, but it was more popular amongst a lot of different types of gangs, like the biker gangs and certain other gangs too. A lot of them would behave in certain ways when they're under the influence of meth, which was there was just no mercy. They were basically there was agendas when doing it. And as people started getting it more into meth and it became something that was more commonly used or being found, I noticed that when people are up for many, many hours and they're sleep deprived and sometimes malnourished, meth makes them behave in certain ways to where you cannot trust them, not one bit. They will, they'll show their worst, most gruesome, fierce side in many different ways. A lot of people behave in certain ways to where they can become violent, they can become criminals, they can become cheaters, they cheat the system, they cheat individuals, human beings, people. They can cheat on their husbands, their wives, their spouses, their lovers. They will live triple, quadruple lives, depending. Them can work as functioning people, at least on the outside in everyday life. And then some people lose everything that they own as a result of doing meth. There are homeless people that do meth and meth only. A lot of times, some of them who have psychosis, drug-induced psychosis sometimes, and sometimes they have mental health that mixes with the psychosis that can come from doing methamphetamines. And again, it will bring the evil out of people. I have literally, in active addiction, seen demons in people's eyes, and sometimes I felt like the demons were also within me. A lot of hatred, a lot of anger, a lot of violence, a lot of violent thoughts, a lot of behaviors definitely can turn somebody into a sociopath where they have no mercy. They with no care in the world. A lot of criminal activity. A lot of people do credit card fraud when they're on it. They will steal people's identities. Identity theft is huge when it comes to methamphetamine and the types of activities that are on it. And some people, they don't even care what their family thinks. They will just constantly be chasing that high. I've noticed in the trucking community, a lot of people that are truck drivers that have to drive for long hours will use meth so that they're more alert and aware of what's around them, but what the activities that come along with it when they get to their destinations or along the way, such as truck stops or motels or places that they're staying even in their own truck, types of people that they, mingle with, places that they frequent. A lot of activities happen as a result of using methamphetamine where people, they partake in evil doings, if you will. What is it about meth that makes people this way? I try to think about like people that do opiates. Like really people that do opiates are just kind of in their own zone. They want to get high. They're not out stealing from people unless they are stealing so that they can nurture their addiction because they have no money or no jobs. But when it comes to meth, the difference between a meth user and an heroin addict is heroin addict will steal your stuff and take off. A meth addict will steal your stuff and stick around and help you look for it. It is like a classic funny joke amongst a lot of people that have addiction or were in heavy addiction. But really what it is I believe that a lot of times it's psychological too. A person that has a lot of psychological issues, a lot of trauma, it will intensify when they're deep in the throes of their meth addiction. They may have skeletons in their closet. They have secrets they want to take to the grave with themselves. Though when they are on meth, a lot of paranoia will occur because they're up for so many hours and they haven't slept. They're sleep deprived, and that's when they start, becoming skeptics. Like, they think people are out to get them. They don't trust anybody. They don't trust themselves with themselves. They never can get things done correctly. A lot of the times they're accident prone. A lot of the times they will destroy things. They will lose things. A lot of times they're just, and when they lose things, they become frantic. They become upset. They lose their minds. When I say evil lurks within a person that has a problem with meth, it's because really, like, they hate themselves. They're full of hatred. They hate life. They hate humanity. They hate themselves. They hate their upbringing. They hate their past relationships, their current relationships. They will abuse people verbally, mentally, physically, whether it's their loved one, the people that are closest to them, or somebody on the street due to rage, or however that may be. Whenever it shows up, it occurs unless someone's really, really deeply caught up in meth. And sometimes when they're just barely getting into it, they haven't slept for a few days, and right now the meth is pretty much overtaking their lives. I believe that people can definitely get better from meth addiction. I believe that when somebody gets honest with themselves and they say they want to stop, once they get sober, they go through the recovery process. There's a lot of cleaning up to do, but there's a lot of, facing your realities. Once you can do that, then you can go back and clear the wreckage of your past. Well, if you are struggling with meth addiction and you feel like there's no way out, please never hesitate to call me. I'm a former tweaker, meth user, 18 years. I was out there running, gunning, all that meth, drug-driven activity that would come with it. I was all caught up in that, and I am not a slave to meth anymore. And I'm very, very happy to say that I don't even entertain the thought of using it anymore. And I never thought that would happen because I was so caught up. 310-596-9356. If you have a loved one that is on meth and you don't know how to deal with them, you can always reach out to me. We can try to set up a call, and we'll go from there, whatever it takes. I would like to be able to try to help as many people as I can. I don't think anybody needs to be on that drug or any drugs for that matter. So contact me, please. I'm PEJ.